Welcome to MojoPlays, and today we're counting down our picks for the 20 best open world games to play on PlayStation 5 in no particular order.
It's all good.
See? I'm no idiot. I just can't stand stuck-up fellas. And you're not one of them, are you?
I hope not.
Before we begin, we publish new content all week long, so be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos. Immortals Fenyx Rising. It's still a shame that 2020's Immortals Fenyx Rising doesn't get enough time in the limelight, considering it's a truly stellar open world game with some really gorgeous art direction, rewarding exploration, fun and punchy combat, and some really humorous writing.
The Cyclops can focus the light of the sun through its single eye.
Actually, you'd need a magnifying glass.
No one asked you.
Ubisoft really knocked it out of the park with this one. The mythical and fantastical Greek-inspired location is brimming and overflowing with life, secrets, and different biomes to get lost within. Your customizable Fenyx character is a joy to play as. There are myriad ways to traverse the world, and plenty of combat options to take part in. Plus, the game's many puzzles, hidden goodies, side characters, and upgrades make this an adventure for the ages that really shouldn't be missed. Days Gone Remastered. In all honesty, the original PS4 version of Days Gone is still perfectly playable and enjoyable today, but the remastered version tunes up everything just a bit more to make it the truly definitive way to experience Deacon St. John's harrowing journey against the Freakers. Motivated by his will to save his wife, Deacon hops on his motorcycle to ride across the Pacific Northwest in order to uncover the nefarious goings-on behind the Freakers. This PS5 Remastered Edition tosses in plenty of new goodies, including, but not limited to, a Horde Assault mode, permadeath mode for the masochists out there, and plenty of great new accessibility options.
How many you got left?
Monster Hunter Wilds. While the Monster Hunter games aren't everybody's cup of tea, there's simply no denying that 2025's Monster Hunter Wilds is a top-notch open-world beast battling game. You and your adorable Palico cat make your way to the Forbidden Lands in order to quell the monster threats, hunting them, stalking them, fighting them, and hopefully putting them down in order to gain some sweet materials to later turn into better gear, armor, and weapons. The gameplay loop is enticing to be sure, and it's all enhanced by a meticulously crafted world that motivates you and your pals to scour and investigate to find the next behemoth ready to be quelled. Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth.
I really need your help, like, right now. I'd take a bullet for a bud any day.
It seems like everyone has their own personal favorite Like a Dragon / Yakuza game, but for our money, Infinite Wealth is the best of the bunch when it comes to its open world setting and overall gameplay loop. This tightly crafted action-adventure RPG is brimming with narrative depth, intricate and fun gameplay elements, and plenty of humor to last you for days on end. Tossed into the shoes of Ichiban, you and your pals explore bustling metropolises, taking part in exciting turn-based battles, chatting up the locals, playing oddly delightful minigames, and pushing forward a deeply engrossing narrative that will keep you on the edge of your seat.
High time you met the head of the Barracudas. Name's Dwight.
Barracudas are after me. Akane-san, they're after her too, you know.
No Man's Sky. It's honestly pretty hard to believe that No Man's Sky was once a laughingstock, a game that promised so much but really underdelivered. Well, fast forward to 2025 and it's clear that developer Hello Games poured copious amounts of love, blood, sweat, and likely some tears along the way to ensure No Man's Sky is the pinnacle open universe sci-fi game of our dreams. Seriously, it just can't be understated how much this game has changed since its dismal 2016 release. There's really nothing that beats flying through a massive galaxy, landing on an unknown planet, finding new items and creatures, then just taking off into space to do it all over again. It's great. The Elder Scrolls IV Oblivion Remastered. The land of Cyrodiil is a magnificent place to just exist in when it comes to fantasy open world video games. That first moment of stepping out of the sewer and watching the fantasy world open up before you is still unmatched to this very day. There's just this feeling of adventure and excitement that swells up in you as you eagerly take your next steps to close shut the jaws of Oblivion.
And close shut the jaws of Oblivion.
There's no two ways about it, Oblivion Remastered is simply astounding to look at. It's a game world that feels lush and lived in, begging you to scour every inch of the game's map. Add in some stellar quest design, especially the side quests, memorable characters, fun combat, and more, and you have a recipe for a fantastic fantasy open world game. Dragon's Dogma 2. So if you fancy yourself an open world game that doesn't at all hold your hand, then Dragon's Dogma 2 is the game for you. This is just one of those open world games that forces you, as the Arisen, along with your companions and pawns, to navigate its medieval fantasy world with thought and care and precision, really thinking about how to get from point A to point B, and then point C, D, and then point Z. Dragon's Dogma 2 thrives when you're just left to your own devices, taking part in emergent battles against monsters, finding hidden nooks and crannies, of which there are plenty, and chatting with your party and your pawns. It's not an easy game at all, but it is always rewarding, especially when you just allow yourself to get lost in its world. Death Stranding 2 on the beach. While the first Death Stranding was deeply esoteric and meditative, On the Beach tends to lean a bit more into standard narrative territory, at least as much as can be with Kojima-created games, and a gameplay loop that switches up what you are doing more often than not. Sam is back at it in the sequel, and he is ready to tackle the mysterious place between worlds known as the beach. The open world areas in this game are a true sight to behold, offering up plenty of places for Sam to stop and smell the roses, as well as battle plenty of nefarious baddies. Of course, On the Beach still features oodles upon oodles of mystery, themes of duality, purpose, compassion, and connection, and just moving into the unknown. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth.
She needs you. Go.
I'm using you. You know I won't. Here we go.
For many Final Fantasy fans out there, it was going to be pretty tough to follow up the stellar Final Fantasy VII Remake. However, Rebirth managed to pull out all the stops and deliver an incredibly polished and deeply engaging RPG. Cloud and company are back at it in Rebirth as they explore the beautifully realized world of Gaia. This lush open world setting is just begging to be explored. Apart from the well-crafted story, Rebirth thrives off of its action-forward combat, layered quests, fun minigame distractions, and excellent character writing. Oh yeah, and once again, let's not forget the sheer enjoyment of just exploring every nook and cranny of Gaia. Seriously, it's just such a beautiful open world to get lost in. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2.
What's that you keep yelling, Sir Hans?
Good gracious, Henry, you don't mean to tell me you don't know Latin?
Warhorse Studios really knows how to craft a thoughtful and well-executed historical RPG. Serving as the follow-up to the original Kingdom Come Deliverance, you are once again thrust into the grimy medieval boots of Henry of Skalitz. Being able to explore the massive 15th century Bohemia-inspired locations is a real treat here. This is just one of those games that is a true feast for all of your senses. However, this game will kick your butt around every single corner, forcing you to adapt, survive, and grow stronger. As Henry gets embroiled in the intricately woven narrative tapestry, he must do whatever, and we often mean whatever he can, to just forge ahead to eke out a living in this meticulously designed world.
But we're the nobility. Our task is to lessen the chances of such things happening. Yeah.
Cyberpunk 2077.
Looks like it's my lucky day.
What do you want?
to settle our biz once and for all.
It's truly been a roller coaster of a ride for Cyberpunk 2077. From the botched launch of the game to the myriad bugs, glitches, and broken game states, all the way to the PS5 next-gen updates, this game is brimming with highs and lows. No matter how you personally feel about the game and how it was handled, it's hard to deny that it's a great open world to explore and live out your cybernetic fantasies in. If for some reason you aren't aware of this game, it's a heavy-duty action RPG from CD Projekt Red, one taking place in Night City. The city is overrun with corporations that seek to control every aspect of life, from the city's streets to inhabitants' augmentations. There's a meaty world to get lost in and plenty of stellar quests. Plus, the game famously has Keanu Reeves playing as Johnny Silverhand, which is pretty darn awesome.
You know you don't gotta speak out loud to talk to me.
Assassin's Creed Shadows.
You are the shadow!
Not since Assassin's Creed Syndicate have we been able to enjoy dual protagonists in this series. This time around, we get to step into the shoes of Naoe and Yasuke, two vastly different characters with similar narrative motivations. Shadows has one of the most gorgeous open worlds to explore and to experiment in. There's just so much to see and do as both characters. When playing as Naoe, you get to enjoy some stellar stealth moments with plenty of verticality. Then, swapping over to Yasuke allows you to smash, bash, and pummel your foes over and over again. Shadows provides a great balancing act with its top-notch feudal Japan setting, intricate narrative, and deep gameplay systems. Diablo IV. The sheer pedigree of Blizzard when it comes to the Diablo series really can't be understated. This uber long-running isometric dungeon crawler action RPG series has managed to stick around for decades, even with some serious missteps. Yes, I'm very much looking at you, Diablo Immortal. 2023's Diablo IV is a remarkable step in the right direction for the massive scale open world RPG. This is one heck of a high caliber game that will keep you immersed and hooked for the long haul as you explore the dark, moody, spooky, and foreboding world of Sanctuary and its many offshoots. You can once again play as a wide variety of character classes, such as the Barbarian, the Sorcerer, the Rogue, and more. While the game is broken up into zones, its scope and scale ensures it falls into the open world realm. There's just so much to do and explore in Diablo 4, and it never gets old taking on new quests, donning some new gear, discovering a creepy secret or two in-world, and taking on terrifying bosses across the game's chunky narrative. Wuthering Waves.
Shape the shapeless.
Now, don't let the fact that Wuthering Waves being a free-to-play title put you off in any way. This open-world action RPG is quite stellar all around. Set in a post-apocalyptic world that you, as Rover, and your companions, known as Resonators, help to rebuild and fuse together civilizations across the game's meaty narrative. Your time here will be spent taking part in thrilling action-heavy real-time battles, exploring the massive world with a lot of great verticality, finding new allies, quests, and hidden goodies, all while uncovering a deeply engrossing story, all about connection and rebuilding that will quickly pull you in and keep you hooked for the long haul.
I sense your weakness.
Hogwarts Legacy.
And here we are.
Good golly, Hogwarts Legacy is a truly magical and spectacular game. If you want to see the epitome of a truly detailed, thriving, robust, and lived-in open world, then look no further than this game. Both Potter fans and non-Potter fans have so much to enjoy with Hogwarts Legacy. The game has a truly grand story about wizard kind and goblins, the plot of Ranrock, Rookwood, and Harlow, and the life of a brand new 5th-year student at the renowned magical school for witches and wizards. Getting to explore the likes of Hogwarts Castle, Hogsmeade Village, the Black Lake, and the undeniably cozy, quaint, and bucolic countryside is nothing short of extraordinary. And if all of that open world stuff wasn't enough, the game totes some amazing and stunning magical combat with a wide array of devastating spells, plants, and potions to utilize at any given time, on top of the uber powerful ancient magic. Whether you are exploring the magical open world via your broom, diving headfirst into the plethora of exciting quest lines, or tinkering with your own personal room of requirement, you can feel every ounce of love and passion that was poured into this mesmerizing game.
Come. We have a sorting ceremony to get to.
Marvel's Spider-Man 2.
I'll clear that nest out.
You got it, Spider-Man.
With an even bigger and enhanced open world version of New York City to web swing and glide around, Marvel's Spider-Man 2 ups the ante tenfold here. This follow-up allows you to play as both Peter Parker and Miles Morales, as they attempt to stop threats from the dastardly Kraven the Hunter, and of course, the intensely powerful Venom. It's a pure adrenaline rush exploring the open boroughs of New York City, taking down plenty of goons, solving quests, and hoovering up some fun collectibles along the way. Plus, it's gotta be mentioned, those playable sections as Venom are the real icing on the cake here. Horizon Forbidden West.
I'm walking under a brilliant night sky, through a field of flowers.
Sony sure has a penchant for upping the ante when it comes to their sequels. Sure, Zero Dawn was phenomenal, but Forbidden West is on a whole other level when it comes to open world design, gameplay variety, and visual/auditory fidelity. Once again, we step into the role of Aloy, who must venture across a western United States region, one brimming with utter beauty, stellar vistas, and, of course, ravaging machines. Aloy is on a momentous journey to reboot Gaia, but doing so will continue to prove challenging for her. In a sense, Forbidden West is simply more of the same open world goodness that was seen in Zero Dawn, but everything is ratcheted up to 11. Quests are robust and narrative heavy, the robo-dinos and animals are still just as ferocious and fun to take down, and the characters you encounter are more memorable than ever. Plus, the Burning Shores DLC adds a whole new level and layer of fun to the experience. Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut. Jin Sakai is one heck of a badass protagonist, and you will feel like one too as you play through Sucker Punch's open world masterpiece. Taking place in Japan, you must ward off the Mongol invasion, specifically in regards to the island of Tsushima. As a samurai, Jin must venture across the downright stunning landscapes, seeking answers and helping the inhabitants along the way. The first time you see the wind blowing through a verdant field of flowers as the sun rises in the pastel sky is a moment you won't soon forget in video games. The thrill of exploration in this game is just second to none. Well, that and of course the stance-based katana combat that will truly test your mettle. While stealth is always an option in the game, it's the melee samurai battles that help this game stand out from other open world titles. Plus, the 2021 Director's Cut version added a whole bunch of new features to an already packed game, including dynamic 4K resolutions, full Japanese lip sync, 3D audio, and more. The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt.
What a waste of time! The Earth shall revolve around the sun before you comprehend these rules.
So you might be thinking, how in tarnation does a 2015 game make the cut for the best PS5 open world games? Well, I mean, first off, it's The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. Need I say more? Secondly, a 2022 Complete Edition was released that made the PS5 version the definitive version, with increased performance and fidelity across the board. The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt likely leads little to no introduction at this point in time, given that it's often revered as one of the very best action RPGs and open world games of all time. Step into the monster hunting role of Geralt of Rivia as he traverses a Slavic-inspired fantasy world, hoping to find his adopted daughter, Ciri. And, as you might have guessed, taking on all manner of hideous beasts, monsters, and aberrations alike. There are so many reasons why this is one of the best open world games on PS5, but it mostly comes down to impeccable writing and quest design, a meticulously curated and crafted world, and a suite of gameplay options that always gives you something to do. Elden Ring. The combination of From Software's intricately designed gameplay and environmental storytelling, along with George R.R. Martin's rich narrative prowess, is a match made in heaven, with Elden Ring being the proof of that pudding. Elden Ring managed to breeze past its initial 2022 release zeitgeist to become one of those games that seemingly everyone has at least tried once. Receiving near universal acclaim for its gorgeously realized dark fantasy world, utterly punishing yet still somehow accessible gameplay, numerous character builds, freeform exploration, and more, this game is a true showcase of why open world games are just so darn popular. Eschewing traditional waypoints, markers, and guidance in favor of a more organic approach to world building, players are encouraged to find their own path forward, with each death in the game teaching you something new, not unlike other Soulsborne games. There's a palpable sense of awe and mystery in the world of Elden Ring that is unmatched on the PS5 for those up to the challenge. So, do you agree with our picks for this list? What are some of your favorite open world games to play on PS5? Be sure to let us know in the comments. Thank you for watching this video from MojoPlays. Be sure to subscribe for more gaming videos every single day.